Hi everyone, this is Patty Barr. I'm the Director of iCater at the University of Iowa College of Education, and welcome to one of our app webinars. Today we're going to be talking about the app called Words for Life. It's from the Prentke Romich Company, and it's a couple $100, sometimes up to $3.95. So it's one of the more expensive apps out there on the market. That I've bought anyway, but it's really powerful augmentative communication system. So this is the app right here, and it's called LAMP Words for Life. And I'm just going to start you out with the one-hit vocabulary. Which this is what it looks like. I'm going to make me a little bit smaller so that you can see this. And let's click on this part. Okay. Make me yet a little bit smaller. Okay, so you can see that this is an 84 location augmentative communication app, and you can see some of the color coding that comes with it. So these are all in yellow, which is fairly consistent for many of the AAC apps. Have pronouns in yellow. You'll see with all of these are important because this is the present tense, past tense, and future tense in here. And then you can see that some of these have, like this has music notes as well as the sign for more on it. So these are going to be doing more than one word eventually. But this one hit, it's basically, you hit it one time, it puts it up in the menu bar.
Like color.
Okay, I like color. Or I could say, I like there should be a little word to. Color.
I like to color.
Okay. And it's kind of a what you see is what you get. It's a one-hit vocabulary. So I'm going to show you the next vocabulary that's available, and that's transition. So LAMP transition. And transition, when it looks exactly the same as the other one, but you can see the difference when you actually hit one of the keys. So I have to hit it twice. Like, I have to hit it twice, but it goes up, you can see it goes up to this verb corner, and then it gives me funny and only. So like that star, or the sun gave me like, and it gave me only. And then color, when I do color, it gives me not only the verb color and pretty, but it gives me some colors. So I can say I like purple.
Purple. I like purple.
Okay.
I like purple.
And then it will say the whole sentence for you. The third vocabulary that is available is LAMP 84 Full, and this one gives you even more vocabulary. But one of the things that's really nice with this is that it's only one deep. So just wanted to make sure we were still recording. It's only one deep. So when I say I, you can look at I am, I have, I will, I would. So it's got those verbs as well as like and think, love, will, as in Will Shakespeare, I feel, I have. We're just going to pause here just for a second. Okay, so when I hit one of these, I will. It comes up into my menu bar, or my message bar, not a menu bar. But let's look at I like and color here. I like, and I like color And not only does it give me all of these colors, but it gives me more colors. And then not only it not only gives me the verb color, but colors, coloring, colored, and to color, as well as some things that I might be doing when I'm doing artwork. So beautiful, glue, paint, cut, ugly. So lots and lots of vocabulary. So we're going to go back and let's look at, say, this one, think, and then also let's look at feel. So let's look at think. So again, you've got the think, thinks, thinking, thought, and then other things that have to do with thinking. So we'll just,
Thanks.
I thinks. And then let's look at feel. And you can see that there are a lot more. I think we had 3 things. What was it? Happy and sad and mad, I think it was, on the transition. So again, you don't have to relearn where things are because they're in the same place as in the transition, in the transition vocabulary program. So those all 3 come with it. And the idea with this, I'm going to just go back. The idea with MnSpeak is to have motor planning so that you can easily get back to those keys and those words right away. And the idea, you think of when you're putting words together with your mouth, you're coordinating your breath and your tongue and all the muscles in your face in order to be able, and your lips, in order to be able to talk. And that's motor planning, to be able to speak. So if you can do motor planning with your fingers to get more vocabulary out, that's the idea of not having it too deep and having these symbols mean more than one thing. So you might have some students that this is just too much. You might need to start with something a little simpler. So I'm just going to go back to this vocabulary and choose a new vocabulary, and you can see that I have some copies. So these are the standard vocabularies, and then I have made copies of each one of those, and I'll just show you real quick how to make a copy. So menu, and I can copy a vocabulary. Certainly I could create something brand new, and start with a blank page, but you might as well try starting with copying a vocabulary. And you just say, okay, I want to make a copy of lamp full, and I just put in a title, second copy of full. And then I save that, and you can see I've got a second copy. So if I totally mess up with programming something and I'm trying to figure out how to do this, I've still got my full vocabulary right up here, and so I can feel confident of playing with this. These are locked, so it's not going to let you modify these at all, but you can change these here. And some of the things you're probably going to change are things like address, name, phone number. You might want to add those in when for a specific individual. But let's just go to my copy of transition here, and I want to show you something that has to do with motor planning. Actually, I'm going to go back, and I want to show you copy full. Let's look at this one. Copy transition. Oh, here it is. It's kind of odd. It didn't come up with this before. Must have hit the wrong one. So you can see this is a copy of transition, but what I've done is I've hidden some keys. So if I've got a student that I'm working with where they can motorically hit this size of a key, But cognitively, when they're first starting out, it's just too overwhelming to have 84 keys on there. It's just too much, too much. You might want to hide some keys, and I want to show you how to do that because I think it's really important that you have a chance to do that. So again, it's go to the menu, and we're going to edit this page. And you can see that all the vocabulary is still there. It's just that there's some things that are hidden. And I'm just going to show you how to hide something. So let's hide, what should we hide? Watch. Okay, so we're going to hide watch. So I go to watch, and I say I want to edit this button. And this is where I could edit. I could change how things are pronounced. I could change the image, import an image, clear an image. What I want to do is this visible or invisible. And I'm going to put that it's not visible, save that. And now you see that watch is dimmed, so it's going to be hidden. But so when I go back and I say that I'm done, that is hidden. But I say, oh, no, I got the wrong one. I really need that one. Again, I can go back to the menu, edit the page, and I go to that key that I want to unhide. I hit that, edit the button, scroll down to visible, and save it, and it's back. So I say that I'm done. So you might say, well, I think the second most often used thing in here is I wonder where things are. So for example, I had a friend of mine that was working with a student, and she wanted to work on close and open. So she had a few less keys on here because the student had only used this for like 3 times. And she said, well, I'm going to start working on open and close with him, but I wonder where open and close are because I don't see it on any of these keys right here. So another thing that's on your menu that's pretty easy to do is called Word Finder. So right here, Word Finder, and I want to know where open and close are. So I'm going to say open and find it, and it's under put and open. So I'm just going to say cancel here, and I know that it's under put and open.
Open.
So to work on open and close, what she did when she came into the room, and it was a bright sunny day and the windows were open, is she closed the blinds. And the student was like really angry that she'd closed the blinds. And she said, oh, I close. So
Close.
I close. I close. And she said, do you want them
You.
open?
Open.
Do you want them open? And I don't, and he didn't do that, but they went on and they talked about some other things. But he did say, you.
Bad.
You're bad.
You bad.
You're bad. Because she'd closed the drapes. So they went on and they talked about some other things. They were working on I and you. And she said, they did some coloring. And again, she said, you need to put the top, you need to close this, put the top on the marker. So she said, you. Close.
Close.
You close it.
You close.
And that's when he realized that he could say, you.
Open.
Open. You open. And she knew, and then he looked at the window. So she knew he wanted her to open the drapes. So she goes and opens the drapes. And then he says, I
like you. I like you.
I like you. And she said the same thing. She said, I like you.
You.
So she told him that she liked him back. And then he started pointing to some of the keys that didn't have words in them. And she said, oh, you want more words? And he said, yes, he wanted more words. So I hope that you have this kind of an experience working with this type of vocabulary and having students telling you what to do, asking you to do things, saying that they like you, telling you that you're bad when you're working with this. But I think one of the a couple of the most powerful things are being able to hide keys and being able to do that vocabulary finder when you're first getting going on this type of a communication device. So enjoy.